good. But here at BB's Kitchen, you know it's understood. You run, you swim, you cycle, keep your body in shape. No need to let your food compensate. Sometimes we're cooking green beans, sometimes we're making fish, but every episode will end with
one delicious dish.
We're cooking up some goodness here on our little show with BB and her friend Kokomo.
Welcome to BB's Back Burner Breakfast Edition. Today we're making vegetarian breakfast casserole. The most important meal of the day just got better. We're going to start by taking a tablespoon of butter and melting it into a skillet. That's right, we're using real butter. If I were to toss the whole stick in there, this wouldn't be a very healthy cooking show, but 1 tablespoon, forget about it. I'm gonna take button mushrooms and red bell peppers and stick them in the skillet with the butter and let them saute. The temperature should be at about medium on your back burner. Next comes our eggs. I've got 10 egg whites here. You'll notice there's nothing yellow inside these eggs. That's because I took the yolk and I chunked them in the garbage. Yolks have a lot of fat-soluble vitamins in them, but you know what? They're also high in saturated fat, cholesterol, and calories, so I tossed them. We're gonna take the egg whites and dump them into a blender. By giving these egg whites a nice beating, we're gonna get them light, airy, and fluffy. Next comes the cottage cheese. You need 16 ounces of cottage cheese for this recipe, but a lot of people find the texture offensive. So, by pureeing the cottage cheese, they will be none the wiser. On goes the lid, and we're gonna beat it like a robber. All right, about 4 minutes later, your egg whites and cottage cheese should look something like this. Next, we'll add a ½ cup of flour. And you'll also need a teaspoon of baking powder. Be sure your baking powder hasn't met its expiration date, because old BP is bad BP. We're gonna stick it back on the blender just for about 30 seconds to get nice and mixed in there. And half a minute later, our egg mixture is ready for the casserole dish. Let's take a look at those mushrooms and bell peppers. Ooh, steamy. They look sensational. With this recipe, you can get as creative as you want with the vegetables. Feel free to add broccoli, asparagus tips, spinach, onions. The more the merrier. The more vegetables, the more different colors you add, the more vitamins you're adding to the dish. So we'll add this with the egg mixture. And we'll give it a nice stir. I have about a ½ cup of artichoke hearts that we'll stir in to add a big punch of flavor to our breakfast casserole, and also about a ½ cup of sliced olives. Yummy! Okay, so extra sharp cheddar cheese is delicious. It's got protein and it's high in calcium, but it also has saturated fat. So we're going to use cheddar cheese, but we have to be sparing with it. 1/4 cup is all you need. A little dab will do ya. I just have it in a cheese wheel that I'm going to wheel all over this breakfast casserole. A lot of people don't get enough calcium, so the cottage cheese and cheddar cheese in this dish is great for those folks. Okay, we'll stir all of this together Man, it's looking delicious. Next comes just a little salt and pepper for seasoning. Okay, this is ready to go in the oven. I'm gonna stick it in the oven at 400 degrees for the initial 15 minutes, then reduce the heat down to 350 for the last 25. Set my timer for 15 minutes. And I'm off to go do some kettlebell training. See you in a bit when that 15-minute timer goes off, and we'll lower the heat and keep it cooking a little longer. Oh man, you guys, this kettlebell stuff is killer. Let's check on our casserole. Boy, it couldn't be looking any better. I'm just gonna take the temperature down to 350 and set the timer for 25 minutes. And I'm off to do some more cardio pump fusion. I'll see you in 25 when the dish is done. All right, my workout is done, and so is our breakfast. Oh, yes it is. Okay, let's pull it on out of the oven, and I'm gonna grab a toothpick to test the center and make sure it's baked all the way through. Have a look at that. Man, when breakfast is this good, you'll never reach for another Pop-Tart again, ever. Let's see if she passes the test. Completely clean. Our casserole is finished. This dish is healthy, it's tasty, it's quick and easy, and it'll keep for an entire week in your fridge. I hope you enjoyed the breakfast casserole and come back soon to see what healthy dish we're cooking on BB's Back Burner.